Hey guys, Robert Maxwell with the Man Factory, and in this video I'll be giving you a tour of my hammock installation job here at our cabin in the woods. Now, we've had this hammock sitting in a cabinet for a long time, but I haven't gotten around to installing it until now, but I decided I didn't want to let another summer go by without getting to enjoy this beautiful hammock that my parents got my wife and I as a gift. So you can see it's sort of folded up here now, but stretched out it's going to make quite a nice, comfortable hammock. Now, the way that it's designed to be attached and installed is with these eyelets here, which are just the fiber of the hammock itself reinforced with zinc-plated metal here. And the usual way of doing this was never very satisfying to me. Most people, when they're installing a hammock, typically do it between two trees, sometimes between posts on their deck. But usually it involves wrapping layers of rope around the post or the tree trunk and then looping that through the eyelet of the hammock. That doesn't work for us, and the reason is I don't want this hammock to get wet every time it rains. I needed a system that was easily removable, where I could easily take this hammock down and bring it into the house when it was threatening to rain, so that it wouldn't rot over time or develop mold or something. So that's when I decided to visit my local hardware store and see what they had in the way of hooks. Now, this robust zinc-plated hook here has a spring-loaded bit at the bottom that can close and open, and it just so happens to fit perfectly in the eyelet of the hammock, just like that. So my next problem became how to attach this very nice collapsible hook to a tree. Trees were the only option in our case because the posts on our veranda are too close together to hang a hammock properly. So that's when I thought of these threaded eye bolts here, or eye screws, whatever you like to call them. They come to a point, so they'll drive into a tree trunk nicely. So I thought that these, in combination with the collapsible hooks, would make a perfect method for installing this hammock. I have yet to test my theory, though. The first step is to drill some holes in the two tree trunks we've selected, to thread two of these eye bolts in, to attach the hooks to the eye bolts, and the hammock to the hooks. And then we'll actually test the hammock and see if it works and see if the eye bolts don't rip out of the trunk or anything like that. But I have a good feeling about this installation, so come and take a look and let's see how this job goes. So here are the two trees I've selected for the hammock installation. There's a large spruce and a poplar on this side, and they happen to be close to our house and the right distance apart to hang the hammock, which is the two important bits of information. So I'm going to go ahead and drill some holes, actually just one hole, because I've already drilled the first hole and started threading in the first eye bolt in the spruce tree, which you can see over here. This eye bolt is not yet all the way threaded in, but I'm going to thread it in all the way and then attach one of those robust zinc-plated hooks to this, and the same on the other tree. Now, I have yet to drill the hole on the other tree. I've determined that the right height for the hole is about at my eye level, so I'm going to just line myself up with the spruce tree on the other side and make sure I'm drilling at the right point on the trunk and drill a hole with my handy Milwaukee cordless drill here. There's the second hole drilled, so I'm just going to start to thread in this eye bolt. Now I expect once I get in most of the way with the eye bolt, I'll need to use a wrench rather than my hands. As strong as my grip strength is, I don't think I'm strong enough to thread this all the way in just with my fingers, but we'll see. Now I've purposely made the hole smaller than the diameter of the shaft of the bolt here, and that's for the reason of having a nice tight fit here. I don't want any chance that these threads will ever let go when someone's lying in the hammock and drop them to the ground. It's already getting pretty tough to turn here, which is a good sign. So I'll just grab a wrench now and tighten both of these eye bolts into both of these trees all the way, and then we'll put the hooks on. Okay. Well, it didn't look like we were very close there. Okay, so we've got both eye bolts threaded into the trees now. The next step is to put one of these hooks into each eye bolt. In order to do that, I've got to remove this bolt in each hook here, and that means popping out this little cotter pin right here. Now you can see in the factory they've bent the cotter pin so that it won't come out easily, which is a good thing, but now I need to take my pliers and bend that back again, bend it straight, so that I can pop it out just like this. Oh, and there goes the bolt right here. Bolt, cotter pin, and hook. So let's put this on here. We'll put the hook. We'll put the bolt downwards, actually. That's better. Just like that. Slide the cotter pin back into the hole and push it all the way in, and then we will bend it over again so it doesn't come out. And there we go. The first hook installed in the eye bolt. So I'll just install the other one, and then we'll be ready to test the hammock. Well, as you can see, the hammock is now successfully installed and I'm enjoying it right now. The method seems to work, it's holding my weight just fine, and most importantly, with this approach, I'll be able to remove the hammock and bring it inside very quickly in the event of rain or bad weather, and not have to worry about it growing moldy or anything. I hope you found this interesting, informative, and helpful, and thanks for watching.